Hey everyone, David Tarras from the Rossen Law Firm, partner and head of our federal criminal defense practice. We're making another video here today in our series on PPP, Paycheck Protection Program fraud. What we're going to talk about today is where does the investigation, where does this fraud currently stand in the grand scheme of Department of Justice investigation? Well, where it currently stands is number one. It is their number one top priority and their top source of funding to these programs that are created within the government in order to investigate and prosecute individuals. So a lot of our clients were saying, well, why now? I made my loan, or I requested my PPP loan in 2020. I received it. I spent the money how it was supposed to have been spent, or maybe there were some issues in the way it was spent, but it's been 2 years, 2.5 years almost, so why would they come for me now? What's the issue? Individuals who requested their loan when the program was really at its height about 18 months ago are just now becoming eligible for forgiveness. So we have thousands of individuals across the country. A majority of this is actually in Southern District of Florida and South Florida, but across the country who are now submitting their documents for loan forgiveness. Billions and billions of dollars in loan forgiveness. When you submit your application for loan forgiveness, you are inviting the government to then go back and look and say, well, we told you we would forgive your loan, but only if it was done and spent, the money was requested and then spent in the appropriate way. So now the real auditing, the real investigation, the real deep digging by the government is naturally occurring. There is also still thousands of individuals, billions of dollars of money, of government money, that is still waiting to be paid out, even though the program ended towards the middle end of 2021. There are still funds that are being held. The government realizes what a massive oversight they did in this program in restricting potential fraud in this program, so they're doing everything they can now to stop it. Just weeks ago, on September 15th, the Department of Justice announced that in the Southern District of Florida, a brand new strike force, not a task force like the one they created in 2021 to come after COVID-19 fraud and PPP fraud in particular, but a strike force. Southern District of Florida, or Miami specifically, the Miami office was selected as one of three teams, one of three strike forces in the country, the entire country, that were created and funded to crack down and to give all of their efforts and resources they have with the federal government to going after, investigating, prosecuting, charging, and convicting individuals who are alleged to have commit COVID-19, specifically PPP loan fraud. These are our clients. These are who we fight for. Cannot let the government just lump you into another category of fraudsters, because that's not you. You need the Rossen Law Firm to come in and be proactive to protect you from that. It's estimated that about $600 billion currently, as of weeks ago, about $600 billion of PPP loan money has not yet been paid out. So the government is already realizing just now how much money was allegedly misappropriated, how much fraud there was in the requests for this money, that they're like, hey, before we send this $600 billion out, we are going to come after everyone who we even slightly suspect may have committed fraud in their application or in the way they spent the PPP money that they received. So now, not 2 years ago when the applications were being made, now is when the government is really ramping up their efforts, and now is actually the most concerning time for us as criminal defense attorneys and for our clients who are potentially facing these investigations, and the most important time to be proactive in hiring the Rossen Law Firm, hiring experts in PPP fraud and federal criminal defense, because you might not have felt like you needed one a year ago, but if you have any hesitation whatsoever, now is definitely the time, because now the strike forces are coming and we at the Rossen Law Firm know how to stop that. In recent weeks, talking about recent as in the month of September and in August leading up to September, Southern District of Florida alone has charged 23 individuals totaling over $150 million of alleged fraudulent schemes related to PPP fraud. This is all happening right now. You're not safe just because you got your money and your loan went through 2 years ago. Now is the time to contact us. Again, if you requested a PPP loan and you have any concerns whatsoever, if you thought you were safe before, after watching this video, again, the purpose of this video is not to scare you into contacting us. The purpose of this video is to help you so that if you were naive or if you didn't look close enough into the requirements of this program and are now realizing how many people are being investigated and charged and prosecuted and being taken away from their families because of just minor mistakes in the PPP system. People are going away. We have to stop it. You need to contact us because now it is more important than ever. And one major indication of that, or just another major indication, is a couple months ago, in May of 2022, President Biden signed two bills that extended the statute of limitations for prosecutions of PPP loan fraud. The time that prosecutors have to bring a case to 10 years. That means that if you requested your loan in 2020, they have until 2030 to prosecute you and to charge you. Please be proactive, because what we're seeing the Department of Justice do now is go after everyone, even the people who are completely innocent in this, and you don't want to be faced with a federal investigation. You don't want to be faced with a potential prosecution. Contact the Rossen Law Firm. Let us come in and prevent that from happening so you can achieve your best future. Because a lot of people really did need this money. And I'm hoping that's you, and I'm hoping that if the federal government contacted you, that you contact us so we can make sure that you're protected and that this investigation or prosecution you're facing does not stop you from being able to achieve your best future. So please call us.